Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Today I wanted to do a Halloween tag. With Halloween right around the corner, I thought this would be a whole lot of fun. I did the fall tag and I really liked it, but these questions that I found on Google were a little more spooky. I found it on a blog, but I believe she also has a YouTube channel. Her name is... The lady's channel that I found it on was Mama Losing It, and the questions were so much fun, so I thought I'd give them a go. And if you would like to do this too, I would absolutely love to hear your answers. I will also leave the questions in the description box. And I just typed into Google Halloween tag, but I wanted to give that lady credit. I'm not sure if she was the original person or if she made up these questions, but they were so much fun. And with Halloween only 2 weeks away, I thought it'd be fun to answer them. So if you're interested in seeing what my answers are, keep watching. Number 1 was, what is your favorite horror song or Halloween song? And I like anything that's like kid friendly, that's like Purple People Eater or the Ghostbusters theme, stuff like that. But a great song is also the Michael Myers theme song from Halloween. That will definitely get you in the Halloween mood. And anything from like Rob Zombie, like Living Dead Girl, that's a great song, or House of a Thousand Corpses. Anything from that soundtrack will definitely get you in the Halloween spirit. But Living Dead Girl is a great song from Rob Zombie. But anything fun like that, the Ghostbusters theme song's a lot of fun. That's always played at Halloween dances or school parties, or stuff from like Nightmare Before Christmas will kind of get you in the mood. Things like that. I love all that stuff. Anything will get you sort of in the mood. You know what else is a good one? The theme song from The Exorcist. That will definitely get you in the Halloween spirit. Number 2 was, what is something you would not want to run into in an abandoned building or a dark forest? And I think trees are definitely something that would scare the daylights out of you in a dark forest, because they can take on a personality of their own with their big limbs, and they can look like people. That would scare you. Children, that's another one that would definitely scare me. And I always hate the idea of someone maybe looking in a window with a mask. That would scare me. If I was in an abandoned building, someone looking through a window or a doorway, that would definitely be something I would run from the other way quick as possible. Number 3 was, have I ever played with a Ouija board? And yes, I have, and I regretted it, and I never did it again. I got it as a Christmas present, I believe, and I never touched it again. And to be honest, I don't even know what happened to it. I think I was like 14 or 15, and I don't buy those, and even if I don't believe in it, I don't want any of that negativity around me. So yes, I played with one, and no, I never will again. Number 4, who is your favorite horror movie monster or villain? And definitely one that has scared me my whole life was The Exorcist. Boy, she was a very scary character, and the fact that it was sort of loosely based on something that's true scared me half to death, especially the scene when she comes crawling down the stairs backwards, and a couple of the other obscene scenes from the movie that were very obscene and scary. Yeah, she scared me. I had nightmares, and I was like 14 when I first saw the movie, and it scared me to death. So Raven is definitely one of my favorites, and Michael Myers, he is definitely my all-time favorite villain, so he's a great one too. Number 5, what was the creepiest thing that's ever happened to you while you were alone? Not so much while I was alone, but I can remember my mom telling me this. We had rented a home till I was about 8 years old, and my mother decided she wanted to buy a house across the street from my grandparents. So we went to look at the house, her boyfriend at the time that she was with for years and years and years, and myself. So we went, and we 3 of us went to this house to look at it, and I said to her, Mom, and I sort of remember this, I said, Mom, I used to play with a little girl here. And she said, you've never been here before. And I insisted that I had been playing in the house with a little girl. I don't know what that was about. I could have also been just a little kid, using my imagination, but I felt like that story always sort of made me unnerved and a little nervous, and I thought that was kind of creepy. I wasn't alone, but still creepy nonetheless. Number 6 was, if dared, would I stay in a haunted house? Sure, for the experience, I absolutely would. If I could bring family along or someone with me, definitely would. Definitely think that would be an awesome experience. Number 8 was, am I superstitious? Yes and no. I definitely don't want to push my luck, but it doesn't control my life. But I'm definitely a little superstitious. Number 8 is, do you ever see anything out of the peripheral vision? And absolutely, I think we all do. My sister likes to scare me and say they're shadow people, and I don't know all about that, but I definitely feel like I'll be cleaning the house or be home alone and think I saw something out of the corner of my eye and go to look and it's nothing. So it's definitely something a lot of people have experienced, and it's very spooky. Number 9 was, what urban legend scares you the most? And it's definitely, especially living near it. I live in South Jersey. Definitely the Jersey Devil. All my life sort of spooked me to think that we live so close to something like that. I'm not sure how true it is, but it's always sort of scared me. And another one that was always very interesting, especially because we're not too far from Virginia, maybe 6 hours, was the Mothman. That was always so interesting to me, and what mass hysteria can cause people to do, and how everyone thought they were seeing it, and maybe they were. I mean, it was really interesting, that story too. But definitely the Jersey Devil, he scares me a lot. Number 10 was, do I prefer gore or a thriller? I definitely prefer a thriller. I don't hate gore, but if I had to pick between the two, it definitely would be a thriller. I love a good thriller. I love both, but definitely a good thriller. Number 11 is, do I believe in multiple dimensions or worlds? Now, I don't know enough about it. I'm not educated on this subject. I really don't know much. I try not to think too much about it because it sort of makes me nervous, but I think also we'd be dumb not to think that there's possibly something else, but I'm not sure. I really don't know. I don't know too much about it, but yeah, that's pretty much my answer. I'm not really sure. Number 12 was, have I ever made a potion? And no. Although it'd be a lot of fun too, I've never made a potion. Number 13 was, do I scare easily? And unfortunately, yes, I'm a big old scaredy cat. I startle at every sound, even when I know the person's behind me, I still jump. I'm a big baby. I don't like scary things. I don't like the feeling of being scared. I get very angry when I get scared, but I jump very easily, and my family take advantage of that. 14 was, have I ever played Bloody Mary? I'm sure I did as a kid. I've never done it as like a teenager or as an adult, obviously, but I think I might have. I must have as a kid, but I would never do that now. That kind of stuff sort of makes me nervous. That's again with the superstitious. I just don't want to push my luck. Number 15 was, do I believe in the devil or demons? And this probably goes back to more of my childhood. I grew up a devout Catholic. My whole life I went to Catholic schools. I went to church every Friday, Sunday, everything. I celebrated every holiday. I fasted. I did it all. As I became a little older, my beliefs changed a little bit. I don't ever judge anyone on their beliefs, but to keep it kind of lighthearted, I don't know. That's all. I used to believe in it very heavily. I'm just not sure. The idea of it scares me, so I'm not really sure. But I'm sure there's people out there that truly, truly believe it. And I believe in the power of belief. So yes, I think it could be possible, but I'm really not sure. Number 16 is, if you hear footsteps and you're home alone, what do? What do? I grab my kids and my pets and I run the other way, and I get out of the house and let the police deal with it, whether it's supernatural or an intruder. I do not want to be the one investigating. I don't go out and investigate sounds. I don't send my family out to investigate sounds. I don't want to. It scares me. I want nothing to do with it, so I'm running the opposite direction. I am a coward. Unless I am saving my children's life, I do not want to be involved in anything spooky. The next question, which was number 17, was, if you were trapped in a scary movie, what would it be? Probably one, because it terrified me so much growing up, is House of a Thousand Corpses. I feel like it's the only horror movie where the villains win. So I think that would be great. It scares me to death, and I think it would be a great movie to be in. Plus anything with hillbillies and backwoods type stuff sort of freaks me out, so I think it'd be fun to be involved. Only if I survived, though. 18 is, if you could be a costume for the rest of your life, what would it be? And definitely something cutesy. That way when people saw you, they didn't look at you funny, like a puppy dog or a princess or a beauty queen. Something like that would be fun for the rest of your life. Although I think it would get tiring, but if I had to pick something, maybe like a puppy or a cat, something cutesy. 19 is, will you go to a graveyard at night? And yes, that stuff doesn't scare me. I actually find it very peaceful and calming, and I don't think there's anything to be afraid of. So yes, I think I would visit a graveyard at nighttime. 20 was, if you were in a zombie apocalypse, what would be your weapon of choice? Now, I've never been really big in zombies. I don't know much about them, but probably a shotgun. You could just shoot them in the head. I hope that would work. But again, I don't know much, but definitely a shotgun. I think that would be my weapon of choice. 21 was, would you rather have a Halloween party or go trick-or-treating? And I like trick-or-treating. Brooks, she's going to be 13 on November 1st, so this might be her last year. I really hope it's not. I believe I stopped trick-or-treating around 14 or 15. I just love it. I love the atmosphere. I love going around and having the kids get candy. I love them dressing up, so definitely trick-or-treating. Definitely trick-or-treating for me over a party. I just love watching the kids have fun and be scared. It's just so much fun. 21 is, if you are in a horror movie, are you the smart one, the first one to die, the final girl, the skeptic, the comic relief, or the killer? I had to read it because it was a little long. I'm definitely going to say I would be the skeptic. I don't trust anybody. I wouldn't trust anybody in that situation. I wouldn't trust someone to tell me to go somewhere or go in somewhere. My husband would definitely be the comic relief in a movie. Yes, I think I would be the skeptic because I wouldn't trust anybody. Not even people I loved. I wouldn't trust a soul. 23 was, do you have to watch something happy after you watch something scary to go to sleep? I don't think so. I always watch scary stuff at nighttime, and my husband sort of is like, why do you watch that stuff at night? You always have bad dreams and get scared, but I can't help it. I'm drawn to more, scary stuff. I just started that show Castle Rock, and that's been pretty creepy. But I shouldn't watch this stuff at night because it sort of gets me hyper. But no, I don't watch anything happy to make me be able to fall asleep. The next one was, while watching a scary movie, do you yell at the characters, cover your eyes, or fall asleep? I definitely yell at the characters and cover my eyes. It drives my family nuts because I talk through the whole movie. I can't help it. It's just a bad habit of mine, and I cover my eyes. So I'm yelling at the characters while covering my eyes. Without fail, that's me. Number 26 was, the scariest book you've ever read. Anything from Stephen King has really scared me. I read it when I was a little bit younger. Salem's Lot always really scared me. It was a great read, and that kind of made me spooked out and scared. That took me a while to read because that was a long book. That took me like 2 months to read. The Outsiders was great from Stephen King. Anything from Stephen King will sort of creep you out, but Salem's Lot definitely scared me. I was also a teenager when I read it, so that might have had something to do with it, but it's definitely a spooky book, and The Shining's really creepy too. 27 was, how old were you when you watched your first scary movie, and what was it? And I think I was probably 5 years old, and every weekend my mother and myself and her partner would go over to a very close friend of hers house, and they would make dinner, and we'd eat dinner together, and we'd watch movies. And for whatever reason, this was my first horror movie. It was Interview with the Vampire. I've never seen it since, so I don't know if it's actually scary, but my gosh, it made me cry. I was crying. I was so scared. I couldn't even walk to the car. I was so scared. I don't know why she ever let me watch it. I was only like 5 years old, and it scared me to death. 28 was, what is your very first costume you ever wore? And I was a devil. I was almost a year old, and my mom was a witch, and I remember because there's so many pictures of us, and it was just like a little onesie with little devil ears, and it was really cute. The next question, which is 29, was, what am I going to be this year? I don't generally dress up. I don't go out and buy costumes. 2 years ago, I was a scarecrow because I had to walk in the Halloween parade. But sometimes I'll just throw a little extra makeup on, something cute, like I'll do different color eye makeup, something simple. But I haven't dressed up in years. I should, just to have fun with it, but I just haven't done it in years. And number 30, which is the very last one, was, if you could be a spooky pet, what would you be? Either a black cat, an owl, a bat, a rat, or a wolf. And I would definitely be I'd like to say black cat, but I think I'd be a wolf because wolves are really cool and they're majestic and they were my mom's favorite animal. So I'm going to say a wolf. Yeah, definitely a wolf. They're so gorgeous. So I think I would be a wolf. So these are all of my answers to this. This was so much fun, this Halloween tag, and really will get you in the mood, especially with Halloween right around the corner. So I was really excited to do this for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed all of these answers. I will be sure to leave all the questions below. Please do this. It's so much fun. And make sure you leave me a comment. I love, love, love reading and responding to all you guys. It means so much to me. I hope you take a second to subscribe to my channel. It also would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this. And